Aloha mai kako in Apua, Hawaii. My name is Jace Kaholakula Saplan, and I serve as the Artistic Director of Na Vai Chamber Choir, as the Director of Choral Activities at the University of Hawaii at Manoa, and as President of the American Choral Directors Association Hawaii State Chapter, or what we call ACDA for short. Every year, our ACDA state chapter hosts an incredible amount of activities that serve to support our choral educators throughout Hawaii and give experiences that further the musical development of all of our choral learners in Hawaii from kindergarten all the way to graduate students. This year is no different. Even in the face of the coronavirus pandemic, our state chapter has worked hard to ensure that all of Hawaii's choral educators have an opportunity to come together through professional development, that their learners and their singers can expand the choral craft through the celebration of Hawaii's host culture. This year, we embark upon a new huaka'i, our first virtual choral festival that honors Kaleleonālani, or Queen Emma. As we proceed with this festival, I would like to thank our following partners who have truly made this event possible. First and foremost, to the Daughters of Hawaii and the Queen Emma Summer Palace, we thank you so much for leading the way for us. To the University of Hawaii Hawaiian Music Program and to our choral program. We'd also like to thank all of the kumu that have participated in this event. For without you and your resilience and the incredible mana'o that you give to your students, this would not be possible. How fitting that this evening, we're considering everything that we've been through here in Hawaii, that we connect this hulihia, this turning to the life of Queen Emma. For she is a woman that has truly been a model of resilience and has found a way to model grace, to model empathy, and to model an incredible way of service to her lahui during difficult times throughout Hawaii. Perhaps this is just coincidence, but I know that Queen Emma is here with us this evening, nodding her head, noting that her life and that her legacy serves as a great example for us as we proceed forward to a new normal. Throughout this evening, you will hear musical contributions from kindergarten through 5th grade, from 6th through 8th grade, from our high school students to our college students throughout all of Hawaii. So before we get started, I now pass it off to our Hawaiian music major haumana, Ikaika Brennan, who's going to tell us a little bit about her life and offer us a name chant in which he breathed new melodic air. Ikaika, take it away.
Aloha mai kako, o wau nei ke ia o Ikaika Mendez no Kanaio ma Maui mai au, he haumana laipua au ma ke kula nui o Hawaii ma Manoa, ma lalo o ka halau o lelo Hawaii o Kauaihuilani, a me ka halau mele Hawaii. Aloha, my name is Ikaika Mendez and I am from Kanaio on the island of Maui, and I'm currently an undergraduate at UH Manoa studying both Hawaiian language and Hawaiian music. So I was tasked with researching the life of Queen Emma Kaleleonālani. So at first, I didn't know much about her. I only knew that she was the wife to Kamehameha IV and that she was referred to as Wahine Hololio. But I didn't really know her moku auhau, her lineage, or her mo'olelo, her story. So as I'm digging into the research, I come across all these struggles that she goes on through her life. Her son passed away at a young age, and a couple years after that, her husband passed away. And on top of that, as queen, her people saw her as unfit to be their queen because she had Haole blood. And so you see all these struggles and opposition. But what she really was a queen for her people. She persevered despite all of the bad things happening. She fought for education for the girls and boys, and we see that through Iolani High School today. and she fought for the well-being of our lahui and our kanaka with the medical center that we see today, Queen's Medical Center. Um, and I come across this list of mele, this repertoire of mele, and the one we're doing for you today is called Hele Keia no Ema, and the words in it are very deep and very sassy. So what I realized in that era, the people were very active in politics. And I think that's a good reminder for us that we need to be culturally and politically active today as well. But not only were they politically active, but they used mele as their medium of voicing their thoughts, their opinions, their political view. All of these things were through mele and oli. So this mele, Hele Keia no Emma, was written by Queen Emma's supporters when she lost the election to Kalakaua as monarch. Um, and in the mele, there's this phrase, Kolea Kauahua. And when Queen Emma lost, her supporters, they wrote this mele, and that phrase, Kolea Kauahua, it's kind of mocking the people that oppose Queen Emma. And it's saying, oh, the person you just voted for, they're gonna be like the Kolea, they're gonna sit as your king, but they're not gonna do anything. He's not gonna do anything for you. He's just gonna sit, and then when his reign is done, he's done. Nothing's gonna happen. But you should have voted for Queen Emma because she really made things happen. So it's this sassy debate, and as a music student and Hawaiian language student, it's so refreshing to see that back then our kupuna, they really used our language and mele as a way to voice their opinion, and that's just something that we can really utilize today in today's society. So here is the sassy debate between Queen Emma's side and Kalakaua's side, and it's portrayed through this mele, Hele Keia no Emma. Hele Keia no Emma, kule kaula nai ke kipi, ua kaukuli tawa, i ka lili o ka loko ino, kue ka apau ia mai, na kuina oi o loko, ko lea kaua hua, noi noi oi hana au puni, i ka hana loko mai ka ia, e ka na aulani haa haa, ua ponono oi ke lino, ua lohe nā kupau ka hiki, e lua oi o ke au nei, wiko lia ko la kana, ke kuini e mako Hawaii, kohu kohu i ka noho ka launu, e mau ko i ka pulani, a velo ko hai Hawaii, i lana ki lai nā kipi, a oi Kaleleonālani. O Kaleleonālani kona inoa.
Woo! Aloha mai kako. My name is Lauren Kanoilani Chang Williams, and I am the kumuhula of Halau na Puahala Kuno Kekai, as well as a music educator at Punahou School here in Honolulu, Hawaii. We often hear of the talents of Nalani Eha, the four royals, namely Princess Miriam Likelike, Prince William Pitt Leleiohoku, King David Kalakaua, and of course our Queen Liliuokalani. However, they were not the only Hawaiian royalty who had a strong love of music. Of course, today we are here to celebrate Queen Emma, Kaleleonālani, and she was a patron of the arts herself. Her talents in singing and piano and dance were well known, and she was even said to have performed in the chorus of Verdi's Il Trovatore, with her husband, the king, acting as stage manager. There are hundreds of chants written about the queen as she traveled throughout the Pai'aina of Hawaii. Even before she was queen, she loved to visit with her people, and as she traveled from island to island, she inspired hakumele, or composers, to write chants and songs in her honor. There's actually a book called Hele no Emalani, which is compiled by Kumupuakea Nogomeyer, and there are over 350 pages of mele written in honor of our queen. They mostly talk about her travels, her love of the outdoors, hiking, riding horses, and just really show how she was so loved by the people of Hawaii. Today we'll have the honor of hearing Nahala o Naue, which is also sometimes referred to as Nani Vale Nahala, as well as Kaleleonālani, two of my favorite mele honoring our queen, Kaleleonālani.
Aloha, my name is Sarah Young, and I've had the privilege this year of serving as the Hawaii chapter of ACDA's K-5 Repertoire and Resource Chair, as well as a secretary on the executive board. I'm excited for this kuleana to change next year to better reflect our community. Vanessa Kawada, director of Pearl Harbor Christian Academy, will be serving as the Repertoire and Resource Chair for grades K to 8. She'll now introduce the K to 8 participants of the Kaleleonālani Virtual Choral Festival this year.
Our kindergarten through 8th grade participants will be sharing with you the mele Na Hala o Nawe by Jay Kahino and arranged by Dr. Alex Schumacher. You will hear the voices from schools across our islands and even a school from Arizona. We thank the following schools: Sacred Hearts Academy, Ilima Intermediate School, Hearts Hawaii Education of the Arts, Emmanuel Lutheran School, Honolulu Middle School, Marino School, Santan Junior High School, Hawaii Youth Opera Chorus, and Pearl Harbor Christian Academy. We also extend a thank you to their kumu who have prepared the mele. Please enjoy this rendition of Na Hala o Nawe.
Aloha. My name is Mike Lippert. I teach at Punahou School, and I am the High School Repertoire and Resource Chair for ACDA Hawaii. It's my honor to introduce the mele Kaleleonālani and high school singers from many wonderful programs throughout Hawaii, joining together virtually to sing as one. This mele was written for Queen Emma Naea Rook as a greeting for her visit to Maui in 1882 by composer Sylvester Kalama. This first verse describes the Queen's ship with a Hawaiian flag on its mast entering Kahului Harbor as those on the shore eagerly await her arrival. In contrast, the second verse reflects the scene from Queen Emma's perspective, as she takes in the beauty of Maui and is greeted by lehua blossoms floating in the water. The hui, or chorus, gives the song its title and reflects the admiration and devotion of the Hawaiian people for their queen, calling her by her requested name and stating, "We love and cherish you." This mele uses two of many names of endearment for the queen, Emalani, or Royal Emma, and Kaleleonālani, meaning flight of the heavenly ones, given to herself as memory of her son Prince Albert, who died in 1862, and husband Kamehameha IV, who passed a year later. Kaleleonālani is a powerful name, and we sing it with the same love and endearment now as when the mele was first created. This is a simple and effective mele, The words are vividly descriptive of the events, and the melody is buoyant and happy. You can almost hear and feel the push and pull of the surf of Kolea as Kaleleonālani's ship approaches the shore. On behalf of ACDA Hawaii, I invite you to enjoy our mele, Kaleleonālani.
Aloha, mai kako. My name is Alex Schumacher, and I'm the Director of Choral Activities at Hawaii Pacific University and the Vice President of Hawaii ACDA. I'm honored to introduce our collegiate mele this evening. Wahine Hololeo is a mele inoa composed for Queen Emma, which honors her genealogy and exemplary horsemanship. Wahine Hololeo will be performed together virtually by singers from the Chamber Singers of the University of Hawaii at Manoa, the International Vocal Ensemble from Hawaii Pacific University, and the Concert Choir from Brigham Young University, Hawaii. We hope you enjoy this beautiful mele.
Kaleleonālani
Mahalo nui. Thank you for spending your evening with us in song. If you're looking for next steps or some things that could further your learning about Queen Emma, the most logical thing to do is to visit our friends at the Daughters of Hawaii or even at the Queen Emma Summer Palace as they are beginning to reopen. We also encourage you to keep singing. While it has been hard during these past 10 months, things are beginning to open up once again, and very soon we will be able to join each other in song. Mahalo nui. Have a blessed evening. Aloha.